Hello, Stoic warrior. He who cannot stay alone does not yet possess himself. Before we step deeper into this journey, remember this. Subscribing to this channel isn't about following me. It's about following yourself. It's about committing to your own discipline, your clarity, your inner mastery. Staying home. A simple idea, ordinary, almost too obvious, and yet it is one of the most challenging training grounds for the human soul. The Stoics knew it is not the outer world that shapes your destiny, but the inner condition in which you meet it. Staying home is not an escape. It is a return, a confrontation, a mirror, because it is there, within the silence of your own walls, that the real battle begins. Dawn, the invisible beginning. Picture a pale dawn. A soft light barely entering your room. The world is still asleep, but your mind awakens. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "In the solitude of dawn, the soul sees more clearly." Staying home is returning to that inner dawn, a moment where illusions fall, where outside noise disappears, where the only voice left is the one that truly matters, your conscience. Here, there is no judgment, no pressure, no eyes watching, only you, and who you really are. Walking alone. The first step inward. You walk a few steps inside your home, slowly, silently. This inner walk is anything but ordinary. It represents something most people never dare to do. Walking into themselves. Epictetus said, "It is not the place that makes you free or trapped, but your mind." Staying home doesn't isolate you from the world. It frees you from it. It teaches you that the noise outside is often just an echo of the chaos inside. When you stay home, you finally turn down the world's volume and raise the volume of your truth. The inner storm, the real fight. But don't be mistaken, silence is not a refuge. It is a trial. You stay home and suddenly everything rises to the surface. The doubts, the regrets, the fears, the unresolved questions. You had buried them under outings, distractions, obligations, screens. But here, in solitude, they return. This is where the real storm begins. Seneca wrote, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that they are difficult." Staying home means daring to face what you avoided, your past, your habits, your weaknesses, your lack of discipline, your impulses, everything you let control you without resistance. The inner storm is not here to break you. It is here to rebuild you. Mountains, the invisible climb. In your mind arises a mountain, massive, still, silent. It is the mountain of your transformation. Staying home is finally deciding to climb it, not for an external victory, not for social recognition, not for anyone else, but to conquer yourself. Every disciplined day at home, every intentional effort, every avoided distraction, every quiet discipline, every truth confronted is one more step up that mountain. Others will not understand. They will think you are wasting time. They will not see the work, but you will. You will feel the ascent. You will feel the transformation. Invisible work is always the most powerful work. Shadows and light. The dialogue within. In solitude, you observe your shadows. You no longer flee from them. You learn to understand them. Staying home means learning to face yourself without filters, to identify your fears, to study your impulses, to understand your anger, to control your mind. It also means learning to speak to yourself with gentleness, with firmness, with honesty. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Your mind is your refuge. Solitude is that refuge. And when you truly stay home, consciously, you reignite an inner light you had nearly forgotten. Time as sand. The treasure you ignored. Look at time. It flows like sand, quietly, relentlessly. When you're out, distracted, scattered, you do not feel it slipping away. You think you have plenty. But at home, in the quiet, You feel the sand slipping. You hear time flowing. You see it clearly. And suddenly, you understand. Time is not a resource. It is your life. Staying home gives you back hours you used to waste unconsciously. It gives you ownership of your day, your energy, your attention. It allows you to invest in yourself instead of offering your mind to the chaos of the world. Mastery, calm as a superpower. Staying home teaches you the most valuable skill on earth. Self-mastery, mastery of your desires, mastery of your attention, mastery of your distractions, mastery of your time. Stoicism is not the philosophy of retreat, it is the philosophy of presence. Being home means being present, focused, clear, sovereign. You learn to organize yourself, to work with intention, to create, to reflect, to breathe, to respect your energy. You realize that many people live like leaves in the wind. But you are beginning to become a rock, the inner fortress, the true power. Staying home shows you that your home is not a place. It is an inner fortress, a space where you become calmer, stronger, sharper, more disciplined, more sovereign. It is not a withdrawal from life. It is a return to mastery. Each day you stay home with intention, you strengthen your mind, sharpen your clarity, and rebuild your character. And when you go back into the world, you are no longer the same, no longer fragile, no longer scattered, no longer easily influenced. You become unshakable. The world outside stops being your master. It becomes your playground. The Stoic choice. Staying home is not an act of isolation. It is an act of strength. An act of rebuilding, an act of self-possession. Many seek freedom outside. Stoics find it first within. Staying home is choosing to become someone the world will never again be able to break. He who conquers himself has nothing left to fear from the world.